Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude and today I'm going to be doing a tarot deck review for the Naked Heart Tarot. This is the 3rd edition and I've owned this for quite a while now, but I wanted to work with it first before I could give you a proper review, rather just flip through, if you see what I mean. So it comes in this box, okay, that's the front, the sides, and you've got the slots here to open it, and it is, by the way, by Jillian Wilde. There's the front, the elements, and then you have the back this way, so you can see the type of art. You've got her website here, and there you go. So that's the box. So let me open it. And when you open it, you will have a little card like this, which I thought was very nice. I hope you can see it. I don't know if it's... Yes. So it says, "Thank you for supporting this independently created and published deck. I'm honored to be part of your journey. Visit www.jilliancwilde.com and sign up to the newsletter and instantly receive free supporting tools, downloadable spreads, exclusive gifts and more. Product quality and your happiness is important. If you have a concern, please connect with me," and she gives you her address. "I am an independently run female business. Your 5-star reviews help the continued success of the deck. Thanks for being part of the magic, Jillian." Now, I did subscribe to the newsletter, and it's really cool. You get spreads and everything, and you know, little tidbits when there's a new moon or a full moon. It's really cool. I was really happy with that. The inside of the box, by the way, is like this on the top, and it says, "The naked heart holds the secrets of the soul, Jillian Wilde." So that's what the box is like, and it comes with this, and I will show you this in a minute, but you'll see why. I'm not trying to be obnoxious. So let's have a look at the little book. Now, I'm not going to do a comparison with the 1st edition because I don't own the 1st edition, but I have viewed reviews and I know a few things about it. So I know for a fact that this has been streamlined. This was twice the size in the 1st edition, which means it had a lot of information, but it was so chunky that when you opened it, it was difficult. It hurt the hands of some people, and some pages would fall through because it was so thick. So it's kind of been streamlined, and I'm very happy with this little book actually, because it's very nice. So when you open it, you get a message from her, and it says, "It takes a brave and beautiful soul to fly out of the darkness and into their light." And then she tells you why she made that deck, and it's a beautiful, very touching story, which I will not reveal. You know, get it and read it. She's an amazing woman and very resilient, is all I've got to say. So she talks about this, and then you get the table of contents. I love a table of contents because it helps. So you get the introduction to tarot, cleansing the cards, opening guidance, what to ask the cards, shuffling and cutting, the major arcana, the minor, the court, the suits, and they're explained, then the elements, explanation, and then working with the Naked Heart Tarot. And she talks about crystals and astrology and familiar whispers, and I will delve into that in a minute with you, and how to work with the back of the deck, because this deck has a very interesting back, which I will show you in a minute, and it works with this too, which is why I didn't mention it immediately. And she goes on to explain this, because this is a deck that's designed to work with crystals. And then you have all of the meanings, and then you have some tarot spreads, then an art glossary, which is really cool. I'll tell you when I get to it, and dedication and acknowledgement. So in the intro, you get how to cleanse your card, you know, what to ask the cards, shuffling, cutting, you know, little tidbits of advice. And then she talks briefly about the major, the minors, the court cards. And then she explains how she sees the suits, which is very interesting. So wands in this deck are just a symbol of taking action. She considers it a spiritual energy. Then cups is of the heart. This is the emotional energy. Swords is the mental energy in your head. And then pentacles is your outer surroundings, so physical energy. And then she explains the elements. So this is very nice, it's really informative. Then she moves on to working with the Naked Heart Tarot. So she explains that she's got, when you get the explanation of the cards, you have the Naked Heart message, which is the general meaning. Then you have the Heart Disconnect, which is the reversed meaning. Then you've got some crystal recommendations, astrology recommendations, then familiar whispers. And she says familiars are generally known as animals or spirit friends that have a feeling of familiarity like family. They help guide and protect us along our path. And then how tarot connects us to our heart and duality in the cards. Then she moves on to talk about the back of the cards. So, it's a crystal grid. And I want to show you this right now. Okay, this is a crystal grid. And it comes on a bigger thing if you want to use it. Which I'm going to show you now. I wish I had 3 hands, it'd be so much more helpful and easy. So there you have it. So you have this. Okay, so I hope you can see. And you can place your crystals around. And she explains to you what to do. So within the drawing, so you've got where the heart is here, this is the center focus stone. One piece placed on the heart. Okay? And that connects to earth energy, recycles negative energy out, brings in compassionate and nurturing energy. So that's your heart right there. Or you can put it right there with the card. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on a minute. Right here. Then you have the outer circle. That's the way stones. Amethyst, 12 pieces placed on the points. Helps to eliminate fear and anxiety, connects to purest expression of self, increases intuition. And again, you have it there. And then you have the desire stones, rose quartz, 12 pieces placed on the petal tips. Helps heal emotional pain, calls in loving energy, supports unconditional love. This one particularly is for the heart, okay? This is created with the intention to safely open the heart, build a secure and supported connection with the highest version of yourself, and support the flow of unconditional love through the sacred space that is you. So that's for this specific type of crystal grid, okay? Which is why she says you need a chrysoprase crystal, amethyst, and rose quartz. Because then, if you just want to use the back of the cards, which would be just a grid, you would choose the intention that you put in it with what stones you put in. So you see in the middle here, you've got focus stone. And so she says clear quartz for intention. Then around it, you have the desire stones. I hope you can see this. Desire, which is the outer ring. And so she says, if you want psychic announcement, you put amethyst there. If you want loving energy, you'd put rose quartz, smoky quartz for clear message, and so on and so forth. And then after this, I think, yeah, that's it. So that's what you have there. So she tells you how to use all of those. I mean, as I said, you'd have to read it. I'm not a specialist of crystals, but I do find this interesting, and I think I'm going to try it. I have not done that yet. I've just concentrated on the tarot side of it, but I am very curious about this, so I will, because I like to learn. And then she talks about the major arcana. So as I said, you get a little card here, keywords right under the title, and then you've got the Naked Heart message, which is the general meaning, a crystal recommendation, so it's the clear quartz for the full. The element is air. The unicorn familiar whispers, this is an animal deck I forgot to mention, how could I? That's why you always have a familiar whisper, because they're animals. And so this is the animal talking directly to you, giving you a piece of advice. And the heart disconnect is the reversed meaning. And so you have this for every single card, basically. So I'm not going to bore you with all of them, but even in the minors, you do get the familiar whisper. What you do not get with the minors is you do not get a crystal recommendation, nor do you get a ruling planet. It's just the majors that have this amount of detail. You get the message for the minors, the familiar whispers, which is the specific advice, and the reversed, which is more than enough. Anyway, so then after this, okay, it talks about the suits. Now something I want to mention as well, which I did not mention initially, let me go back. The pages in this deck are called innocence, okay, because the page is inexperienced, so I really understand this. The knights are called movement, and again, knights are action takers and they represent movement, so I think that's great. The queens are heart of, because the queens are patience and understanding, and the kings are spirit of whatever, so they are really the essence, they embody the full accomplishment of the suit. So I think they're very suiting. So then she goes on to explain, you know, all of them, pentacles, wands, they're all in the right order, basically. Then you have tarot spreads, so a card a day. You have a naked heart specific spread. You've got the inner child, goddess or god spread, which is a 3-card spread. The new moon, the full moon. I thought it was really cool, but that really I found very interesting. When I read Art Glossary, I thought, well, what does that mean? And basically, she tells you why she chose the animal that she chose for each card. She explains the art, and that's really interesting because, you know, it gives you more of the essence of the cards and what they're meant to represent. So you see she's changed a few names. You can see Earth Mother is the Empress, the Sky Father is the Emperor, the Sage is the Hierophant. Not all of them are changed, just a few, but she explains to you why she illustrated them the way she did. The other thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that the cards have a lot of white in the background, and this was done intentionally in order to open up your intuition, so you can tap into your higher self's advice, basically, which I really like. And then at the end you have a dedication and acknowledgement, and then a little bit about her and how to contact her and what her website is. So I think this is really, really cool and in depth, and all of this in a very cute package, because I'm starting to look at my collection, and some of the boxes are ridiculous. You have this is the size of the tarot deck, really, so this is nice. I don't need a big box with a tiny hole with the cards in the middle and a big book. You see, this has a lot of information, more than some big guidebooks that just describe the cards. If you're wondering why I'm saying that, you may want to watch my runic tarot deck reviews, because I do rant about this in this video. I'll put it at the end of the video so you can click on it. This is compact, informative, all in a very nice box that keeps my cards safe. I really, really like this. And it's got the ribbon, so you can just grab the cards, and this is what's, sorry, I'm trying to get rid of that, what's inside, like in the back of the guidebook. So, the cards. I know you've all been waiting for this. They are beautiful. And they're white, they go really well with my black tablecloth, so I like that. So you have the 4. The Magician. You see what I was talking about, the white background? This is for you to tap into, so that you are not, you know, too much detail in the background. Detail in the background can be really confusing for your intuition. You get mixed messages. This is very pure, very sleek. It's a clean deck. This is the High Priestess. This is the Empress, called the Earth Mother. The Emperor, I really like this Emperor card. The Hierophant, which she calls the Sage, and the Emperor was the Sky Father. I hope I said that. The Lovers. The Chariot. Now the cards are matte. I'm hoping you can see that. So it's really nice. There's no glare. The Strength card. And I know that in the first edition there were a few changes. I think there's about, don't quote me on this, but 3 or 4 or 5 changes in the cards. I know one of them is the Ace of Swords, and I will show you. The Hermit. I love this for a Hermit card. I think it's really well chosen. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Did I do 2? Yeah, sorry, I've got a card that they're very good quality, so it's why I didn't feel it. The Hangman, which again I really like that. The Death card. Temperance. Devil, the Tower. Again, I really like this imagery for the Tower. The Star, the Moon, the Sun, love the Judgment card. I think this is really nice. The Universe for the World. And then we start with the, oh no, there's an extra card, I forgot to tell you. In the Major Arcana, she has an extra card, which is the Naked Heart, which obviously she explains in the book. Let me show you what it means very quickly, because I didn't mention it. I don't know why I didn't mention it. Okay, so the Naked Heart, that one there. So it says the Tended Heart Warrior. Connection, purpose, higher self. I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. As I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it feels right. But it will feel right. When I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. Crystal recommendation is an Aqua Aura quartz. The Luna Moth, which is the butterfly there, whispers, "You are brave and beautiful, fly out of the darkness and into your light." And if it comes in a reverse position, I ask myself, is my ego leading my path instead of my heart? I do like this card, but I've got to be honest, it's not come out for me in my readings, so it's interesting that it hasn't, but hey. So then moving on to the Wands, so you've got the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, sorry, my finger's on it, I'm sorry, Nine of Wands, and Ten of Wands, and my finger's on it again, Ten of Wands. Then you get the page, which, as I said, is called the Innocence of Wands. The Movement of Wands, which is your Knight. The Heart of Wands, which is the Queen. And the Spirit of Wands, which is your King. Moving on to the Cups, so there's your Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Cups. I hope you can see them. I'm having to have loads of lights on, it's really dark today. Five of Cups. I like how she turned the heart blue to show the challenge, you know, the emotional challenge. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, and I love the fog around the giraffe's head. I thought that was really nice. Eight of Cups. That always puts a smile on my face when I see this one. Nine of Cups. And Ten of Cups. Then you have your page. Knight. The Queen. moving on to the swords. Now I know the Ace of Swords had a different animal in the first edition, but I can't remember what it was. I remember watching a comparison and thinking anyway I prefer the third edition, so I'm really pleased I got the third edition, because I think this is a beautiful Ace of Swords. I love the black swan. I think it's awesome, so I'm really happy with that. The Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven, Eight of Swords, Nine, and the Ten of Swords. And then we move on to the court cards. So the Page of Swords is just so cute, but lethal. The Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, you can see, and the King of Swords. Okay, and finally we have the Pentacles. Now this has to be one of my favorite Ace of Pentacles. I just love this card. The Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Eight. I love this card. I know this card was slightly different in the first edition. I think the Pentacles were not all lined up there. I think they were behind him or something like that. But nothing major. Nine of Pentacles, the 10, and then you get your page, who's absolutely adorable, the Knight, the Queen, and your King. So size-wise, this is a standard deck for me anyway. I've got average size hands, so you can see they fit nicely in my hand. Not a problem at all. I told you the cardstock was matte, which I'm sure you've noticed it anyway. But also, it's really nice. They're gonna last. I mean, I've used them already a lot, and I don't raffle shuffle. I do hand over hand because I don't know. To me, it's a question of respect for my cards. I cannot bear to do that to my cards. I don't want to damage them, so that's what I do. But yeah, so this is an amazing deck. I connected with it. I think it's very clean. I think that she's chosen the animals really nicely. I just find it very easy to read. It speaks to me. It really does. I think it's stunning. I love the feel, the soft matte. They don't really stick. They're nice. They're really nice to use. It's beautiful. I'm very interested to work on the crystal side of things because I've never done it before. I'm really not an expert when it comes to the crystals, but I love to learn, so I shall be having a look at this. Now, this deck is available on Amazon and on her website, and I will leave her website in the description box below. She also has an oracle which would look really, really nice with this. I saw it on her website. It's also available on Amazon, and I think I'm going to get my hands on the oracle so I can use it with the tarot, because I think they will complement each other really well. Firstly, I love supporting, independent businesses. I think she's put a lot of work into it. It happens to really talk to me. This is a deck that that's really dear to my heart. I really understand what she was trying to achieve with it. I gel with it, so I would highly recommend it. But once again, these are just my opinions. So what do you think? Do you have this deck? Are you planning on getting it? Do you have the first edition? Let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and have a little conversation with you if you'd like. So I do readings, but I also have quite a few reviews out. So as I said, I'm going to leave you a card for the Runic Tarot review that I did here or here. I have a few others, so feel free to check them. But thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. So I hope to see you again very soon, and I wish you a beautiful day. Until next time, au revoir.